I think it's a great sign for the Astros, and I think there's other things stirring. Like we were talking about, I think Bregman is going to be walking. You know, the fact that you saw that Arrenado nixed the trade to the Astros recently tells me that sounds like Bregman has some bigger offers out there.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top and keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life.
Ooh, coming in hot, Chichi. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? I'm trying to finish all my holiday shopping, but instead the Major League Baseball teams are doing all their holiday shopping this weekend, dude.
You got that right, dude. You got that right. I also have my most expensive sweatshirt on that I own.
Oh, $200 Fordham
It's
sweater.
hundreds of thousands of dollars, dude.
That's so funny. Well, at least we got news today, dude. Christian Walker to the Astros. I think we both like this. You first.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it. I love it. A lot to unpack here, but I love Christian Walker. First off, I think he makes that team a lot better. They've been trying to plug that hole over there at first base, and they just haven't been able to really do it since Gurriel left. Abreu didn't work out. Singleton's a good player, but he's not an everyday guy. He's more of a guy off the bench, I think. And Christian Walker is an interesting case because as a first baseman, his defensive metrics are like not even close. He's literally like a Keith Hernandez type first baseman, JT Snow, like a guy that's like a game changer over there, picks everything, gets everything to his right. You know, he's just an unbelievable first baseman. So that's huge. But also, dude, it goes to show you too, a guy that's in his early 30s, what is he, 33, 34 years old, can still get a 3-year, $60 million deal. At the end of the day, man, this guy's really good. He's a great player, and he's got, over an 800 OPS in the last few years, hitting 30-some bombs. It's just and also, too, he's going to have the short porch there in Houston with the Crawford boxes. He's a leader. He continues to get better. I don't think he broke into the big leagues till he was like 28 years old. Kind of bounced around. I think he came in, he arrived with the Orioles in 2014, and then he was with 3 other teams until like 17 or 18. We couldn't break through with the Diamondbacks because Goldschmidt was there. And then Goldschmidt left, and they kind of gave him a chance, and he did well. So this is a great sign. I think the Christian Walker sign, you know what you're getting. You're getting 250 to 260. You're going to get 25 plus home runs. You're going to get 80 plus RBIs, and you're going to get Gold Glove defense. And I think for the Astros right now, when you see that club, and with that Crawford box, you could even get maybe a little more because he hits the ball on the pull side really well. You could even be getting more than that. So I think it's a great sign for the Astros, and I think there's other things stirring. Like we were talking about, I think Bregman is going to be walking. The fact that you saw that Arrenado nixed the trade to the Astros recently tells me that sounds like Bregman has some bigger offers out there.
Yeah, and there's one place where you still say you want to see you just think he's a perfect fit for one team. Which team is it?
Yeah, I think Bregman's a perfect fit for the Red Sox. I really do. I think they want to spend money. They put their best foot forward. I think they were at $700 million for Soto, so they were looking to spend some money. They're looking at getting back to being the Red Sox. You know what I mean? They got Crochet in that rotation. They have some good young pitching there. But when you look at that team, they still need some pieces. And if you could move Devers over to first base, I mean, you have a little bit because you got Tristan Casas, who's still great, was hurt most of last year. So you'd have to figure out some things with DH and third base, first base. But Bregman, his offensive numbers at Fenway are the best in the big leagues.
Yeah.
I mean, that swing just makes total sense. He's a big pull guy, and I played there in Boston with that monster. I mean, dude, for me, it was perfect too. Cause like just hitting a nice fly ball to left field gets you a hit. Yeah. So he's going to be a better player there at Fenway. And I think the metrics show it.
Yeah, no, all great points. To your other point, I think gone are the days of like Bobby Abreu having to sign a 5-year deal at 33 years old because nobody wants to pay a guy that old, even though he was one of the better hitters in the game back then. Now, what you're not seeing right now is there's a lot of nervous energy, it seems like, by front offices for how long Pete Alonso wants a deal. He wants like 8, and that's a tough sell right now, I think.
I'm hearing he wants an 8-year deal. I don't think he's going to get that. I could see for Pete 5 years for 30 a year, 150. I mean, that's what did the Mets offer him, Chinch? 6 for 158,
Something around that.
something
You're
like
in
that.
the ballpark. You're in the ballpark.
I could see 6 for 180.
Right.
You know
Nothing
what I mean?
wrong
Something
with
like that. And I could see him. I mean, it's because it's not taking so long, because we've seen it go a lot longer, especially with Boris guys in these last few off seasons. You know, you wonder if the Mets are really in. If the fact that he's not signed yet, they're not obviously not giving him his number. But I could see 6 for 180 maybe.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. First of all, the guy still has proven that he plays every single game possible. I mean, that's one thing. And to your point, dude, I think people are starting to come back, and maybe they're listening to Sean Casey out there saying, stop talking about his defensive metrics being so horrible, because they're not, because he picks everything and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude, he's literally one of the best scoopers in the game. You know what I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, isn't that what you want from a first baseman? So I look at Pete Alonso's defensive metrics, be like, oh, he's below average defensively. I say opposite. You know, I feel like as a first baseman, you want a guy that's going to pick everything, and he does. So that's irrelevant. I think the biggest thing is the power going to continue? How's the body going to age? He has had some decline in the last couple years. Not that bad though, dude. What are his numbers in 22 and 23? I think 22, he hit close to 50 homers and drove in like 120. I think.
Dude, his numbers are ridiculous. He's going to wind up with 500 home runs. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
In the I'll just go last 4 seasons. 37 homers, 40 homers, 46 homers. He hit 34 last year, dude. Right. Now, his batting average went down the last 2 years. That was the issue. So 217 batting average, 240 when he was like a 260, 270 type.
217. That's not great.
Without an on base either, really. So you do want to see him. That's the knock is.
Bro, that's the reason. That's the number. Those are the numbers. What's his on base?
On base. So he went from being about a 350 on base guy, 340, 350 guy. Last 2 years, 318 and then 329.
That's big, because that's not that great. That means you're kind of like you're turning into a,
all or nothing guy.
All or nothing. You're turning into a guy that just either homers or punches out, or But
but
I still think
most doubles of his career this past year, which is
did he? Okay, well, how many?
31. He's not a real doubles guy.
All right, it's not bad. That's not bad though. You got over 60 extra base hits. What did he drive in? How many?
88 in a down year.
88, okay, in a down year. That's what I mean. I think there's more in the tank. I think he would even say that's not acceptable for him at 217. So,
right. Yeah. Now, okay, one more guy. So Goldschmidt, what do you like? Are you jumping on Goldschmidt? I mean, God, the guy has been one of the greatest players in the league for a while.
Yeah.
He's fallen off, but still a great player. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, Goldie's definitely slowing down a little bit, but I look at a guy like Goldschmidt. If he still wants to play, he knows there's something left in the tank. I think that's a big thing. So, I also think it looks like the Yankees might be in on Goldschmidt. Less Christian Walker's 3 years, $20 million a year. Maybe Goldie is 10.
Yeah, I don't think you're paying as much for Goldschmidt for sure as anybody we just mentioned.
Yeah.
To be honest. And, he does have the track record in the years prior. Yes, 245 this year. Power numbers are down everywhere. Still steals bases, dude. 11 stolen bases last year, 36 years old. I mean, the guy's a player.
Right. Well, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Ben Rice right now or Paul Goldschmidt?
See, that's the thing. I mean, honestly, if you're a super contending team, I want Paul Goldschmidt on my team. I don't care.
I want to have a veteran guy, dude. Also, too, you put Goldschmidt in a lineup with Judge and Bellinger and
right. Doesn't have to be
Stanton.
3-4.
All of a sudden, dude, and maybe you have a different animal in there. You know what I mean? Like Paul Goldschmidt with the Cardinals is what's wrong with Goldschmidt? He's not hitting. He goes to the Yankees, like, hey, just give us something. And by the way, we can give you some protection in that lineup with some big dogs and up your stats. So don't forget, dude. Soto's numbers were no doubt inflated this year with Judge, hitting behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, those are the facts, Jack. You take Paul Goldschmidt and you stick him in that lineup with some heavy hitters. I guarantee his production goes way up.
I love it. All right, well, we're getting there. You got to think these guys are itching to get it done before the holidays over, right? If you're the player, or not really.
I would. I mean, if I'm at this point, maybe I'm saying after, but you would like to do it before Christmas, where relax a little bit. But who knows what's going to happen? But and listen, I think those guys are waiting.
Depends to the wife or something like that, for
Well, dude, listen, these decisions affect everybody. They affect the whole family. They affect everybody. So
yeah,
you would like to have it done quicker. I remember when I signed with the Red Sox in 2008 in like February 7th, something ridiculous, February 5th.
Wow,
And
yeah.
like, you're ready. All right, here is where we're going. We're going to Boston. We're going to Fort Myers, pack the bags, find a place. We got to go find a place. We got, what I mean? So it's
intense.
you would like to have that done sooner than later for everybody.
Amazing. Well, speaking of which, there's a lot of stuff to do before this holiday, this weekend, dude. I'm going to be on the road.
You got your shopping done yet, bro?
Shopping, we're I think like 89% done, maybe a couple little things here, but dude, it's like, do you know how many cardboard boxes I have in my house right now? I don't know. Where am I going to put them? I don't know what to do with them because my bulk guy doesn't come till next Wednesday. I'm like, I could build an entire small home with the cardboard boxes from Amazon. That's in my house.
Okay. Dude, you know what? I saw this trick on Instagram a couple years ago, and it was so legit. If you wet a cardboard box, you can crumple it up into a ball.
Yes.
A big one. So what I do, I don't do it. Sarah ends up throwing these boxes outside, and when it rains or snows, I go out there and I crumple them up and throw them in the garbage.
I do that too sometimes. Yeah, it goes back and forth. Either way, whatever. Happy times.
Yeah, happy times.
That's it. All right, dude.
All right,
have a great week.
What are we doing for next week? What do we got? We got New Year's Eve on the Tuesday. We'll definitely be on Monday. And then we're probably gonna play it by ear for the rest of the week.
Yeah, exactly. We'll figure it out. You never know. Every once in a while.
Tune in, everybody. If we're on, we're on. If we're not, we'll see you the next week.
Yeah, if not, we'll also throw up. I like throwing some throwbacks up there for our new audience. I don't know if anybody heard Eric Davis yesterday, but we had an hour 40 with Eric Davis. It's one of the greatest
So good, dude.
interviews of all time.
So good, man. I know we couldn't stop. I'm like, now we tell our guys, hey, 30 minutes. Back then it was like, hey, we're just going to keep going as long as we could take it.
The best line he said in that was, if the analytics guys, if that's what all baseball is all about, then how come Albert Einstein's not hitting 3 for everybody's baseball? This guy's old school. I love it.
Hey, and also too, if it was all about steroids, why is Arnold Schwarzenegger not in the Hall of Fame? Why wasn't he? Why wasn't he the best player of all time? Just wondering. Wondering.
There you go. Oh, dude. Yeah. All right. There's one thing we got to talk about next week, but I'll say
What? Say it.
Dude, Sammy Sosa and the Cubs shook hands. They're going back. He's going back to
going to Cubs convention.
Yeah, good for him.
That's great, dude. 17 years, dude. I was there, and I played with Sammy Sosa during all those years. 98 was my rookie year when him and McGuire were going back and forth. And I watched Sosa hit his 600th home run off Scott Sullivan or 500th off Scott Sullivan in Cincy. Dude, he was incredible. And obviously, there's the cork bats, there's the steroids, there's all that different stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, he was one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And like I said, same thing. If steroids were the reason these guys were great baseball players, why isn't Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ronnie Coleman and all these guys are Mr. Olympias? Why aren't they the best baseball players of all time?
Yeah, Lou Ferrigno. How come Lou Ferrigno didn't hit 4th for like the Royals back in the day?
Yeah, why isn't Lou Ferrigno in the Yankees, Monument Park?
Nice. All right, dude. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up this weekend, and we'll see everybody Monday.
All right, Chichi. Sounds good, man. See everybody Monday. Merry Christmas to everybody. We'll see you before then. So, see you, brother.
See you.